Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Urchakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and I've got this article from Sky News. I believe Sky News is Australian. Correct me if I'm wrong. But came out today, Friday, December 1st. And it says, China suffers walking pneumonia outbreak as many other countries see spikes in infection. Many nations have seen a surge in pneumonia infections, with China's pediatric clinics overwhelmed. Denmark warning of an endemic, and the Netherlands seeing cases double over a year. And it's looking like Esau and the elite are about to run back the play they started back in 2019 with the CVID. And we could quite possibly be seeing another set of lockdowns and a whole another pestilence coming through. So back to the article. It says a respiratory infection that starts in China, then spreads in Europe, and leads to a surge in hospital admissions. Sound familiar? And yeah, it sounds exactly like what they were saying in 2019. It says, but it's not CVID this time. It's a bacterium called Mycoplasma pneumoniae that's behind many of the cases, and it's children who are particularly affected. And you know what, they're always trying to go after the children. And it says, so what's going on? The bug usually causes relatively mild symptoms, even called walking pneumonia, but in many countries there's been a spike of more serious infections. Pediatric clinics in China have been overwhelmed, as my colleague Helen Ann Smith has reported. Meanwhile, in Denmark, the State Serum Institute says rates are at epidemic levels, with 541 cases last week, more than 3 times the number in the middle of October. And in the Netherlands, cases have risen sharply since August, with rates already twice as high as the peak last winter. The rise in cases in so many countries, all at the same time, doesn't mean we're in the foothills of a new pandemic. Mycoplasma pneumoniae, however you say that, comes in waves every few years, infecting children with no immunity. And immunity will be low right now because it's the winter months. During the CVID lockdowns, children were shielded from infections that are normally a rite of passage, so they've built up what scientists call an immunity debt that can lead to more serious infections. And just side note, I'm dealing with that with my daughter right now, and her being in school and bringing home sicknesses all the time. And it's crazy. These kids are always sick, and that makes sense that they weren't building it up during the time of the pandemic, and that it's kind of being charged back to them right now. It says that can lead to more serious infections. In the UK, it resulted in a sharp rise in invasive group A strep last winter. Tragically, some children died, and now it's a pneumonia bug in other countries. And yeah, that's about it for this. But pretty much seems like they're trying to run the same play all over again. And Lord willing, this is it, to where they push for their MOTB and get this world war started, so Yahweh Shai can return and get us out of here. And so all we have to do is really sit back and watch the Lord work and just trust in the Lord in this process. So we're going to read through Psalm 91, and it starts out, the security of the one who trusts in the Lord Yahweh. So 91 and verse 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And the shadow is a form of, it's covering, and it's a form of protection from the elements. And in this case, the Most High is protecting us from the elements that are out here in the earth. And all you have to do is trust in them. And it says, I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, the snare being a trap, the fowler being someone who catches birds. And in this case, it's a reference towards Esau and the Edomites, that being the self-proclaimed white man, and from the noisome pestilence. And what we just read was a pestilence, but the noisome pestilence going into the missiles, the nukes that will be shot off in World War III. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Shields being more protection. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. That going into the nukes again. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. And looks like they're trying to bring back more pestilence. In this time it'll be much worse, but trusting in the Lord, we have nothing to worry about. It says, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. And the clock strikes 12. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Because you put all your trust into the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And that's what we're all striving to see the downfall of our enemies. It says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. And so, in summation, this is all for the wicked. The famine that's coming, the sword, the pestilence, all these plagues are coming for the wicked. We will have martyrs during the persecution, you might go hungry a few times, but really this is all for the wicked, and we have nothing to fear. You just put all your faith, all your trust into the Lord, and eventually we'll be in the kingdom of heaven. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. There's nothing to worry about with what we're about to see in the news, if this turns out to be anything. But we have nothing to worry about. We know the prophecies, and we know that the Lord is coming back to shut this place down, to destroy the wicked, and to deliver the righteous elect. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, or Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.